Hello and welcome to the 10th annual Hunger Games. We've got lovely new tribute this year. And what do we say to our tribute?
Happy Hunger Games, and may the odds be ever in your favor.
Before we get started, let me know in the comments what your favourite of the Hunger Games movies. For me, it would have to be Catch a Fire. What film? To be honest, my first thought on this movie was, why do we need another one? Mockingjay Part 2 wrapped up the franchise nicely. Why do you need to open it up again? I was worried it was going to be like all these other franchises that were finished, brought back just for a cash grab movie.
Hello, I like money.
That was really poorly done. And I was wrong. It adds a whole load to this franchise, and it's actually a nice complement to the previous 4 films. Showed a different perspective of the world through the capsule's eyes. Through the eyes of the one and only Corleone Snow. Yes, that's Snow, the president of Panem. Somehow he was a good person at one stage, and he had morals. And basically the film follows his fall to evil. Sort of like the Star Wars prequels for Anakin Skywalker turning to Darth Vader, but condensed down into one movie. This time around he's not the president, he's a mentor. And I always wondered, why was he so fascinated with the Hunger Games? So now we get to see why. Donald Sutherland did such a good job, it was hard to think of anyone else taking on the role. And Tom Blythe manages to make it work. He was a perfect fit as a younger version of Snow. This young Snow is determined to win the Hunger Games. His education is on the line, his family status is on the line. He has to win this thing. And what's his way of winning it? Through his tribute. And who's the tribute? Lucy Greybird. I was a bit skeptical of her from the trailers because she looked like she was just going to be Katniss Everdeen 2.0. Wrong again. She's a singer and musician. She's charming and feisty. She's definitely not a tomboy. She's a bit delicate. She's not going to be hunting for wild animals anytime soon, like Katniss would. And she ends up not just being a tribute, but also Snow's lover. Most of the time actors lip sync if they're meant to be singing in a scene. But Rachel Zegler, the actress, doesn't do that. That's her voice in all the songs her character's singing. She brought a lot of energy and enthusiasm to the role, and you need that for this type of character.
I told you to run, so we'd both be free.
Viola Davis plays this dastardly villainess that's the overseer of the Hunger Games, the new baddie. I wouldn't say she's as top-notch as President Snow, but she's still solid.
What are the Hunger Games for?
We're so used to the massive fancy arena from the previous Hunger Games, but this time round it's just a room with a few weapons in the middle, and the simplicity was kinda nice. The games are different because there's so few places to hide. It's such a compact arena, and really all you can do is fight and hope to survive. The thing I love about this movie, it's not just going through the motion, throwing someone in a new Hunger Games and then fight as it. Yes, there is a Hunger Games, but that's not the focus. That's just a small part of it. And this movie really takes its time to add extra depth to the world. Did you want to know how the Hunger Games began? You find out. It tells us a lot of unanswered questions that we might have had in even Mockingjay Part 2. So mostly positive, with one negative, the third act. And you're probably thinking I'm about to say the third act went off the rails, destroyed the movie. No, it didn't. And everybody that's saying that is lying. It's not a complete mess. It's just so rushed. Because they were trying to get the movie down to 2.5 hours, they needed to slow it down, give them a breather. This is one of the occasions where you need a 2-parter. Then that final act would have been able to thrive, get the time it needed to be impactful.
Tell me, is this real?
If you can trust anyone in this world, you can trust me.
Coming like a storm into your town. There's a natural goodness born into us all. You can either cross that line into evil or not.
So overall, it succeeded. 5th movie in, and to still be quality is an achievement in itself. Combine that with adding extra depth to the world and making an already iconic villain more iconic, with the only negative being the rushed finale. Yeah, they got another one in the bag. It's no Catching Fire, but it's still a really fun viewing. I'm going to give The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes a 7 out of 10. Pretty fun. If you enjoyed the video, you thought it was awesome, please leave a thumbs up to vote it up on YouTube so more people get to see it, and maybe consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it so much. I'm a small YouTube channel. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. It would mean so much to me. If you're an Indiana Jones fan, check out my video on what makes the Indiana Jones franchise so special. And if you're a Martin Scorsese fan, check out my Killers of the Flower Moon review. Thanks for watching. System of Horror Film Reviews out.